Here's number 2. Watch the sunset or stargaze. Now listen, that's free. And listen, I'm gonna tell you what I used to do, man. Actually, I still do this to this day. Listen, I'll scope out a nice quiet park or look out to watch like the sunset together. When I was living in California, man, I'll scope out a nice little spot on the beach, you know, cause it's nice and cold too. So she got to come in and get some of this heat, you know? And when the sun is going down, I'll be like, yo, look here, let's see the sun, let me hold you. let me hold you, man. Come here. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's free and it's romantic. I'll bring like a nice little, maybe a bottle of wine or maybe bring some, my parents don't drink. So back then I didn't drink because I couldn't drink, right? And so I would bring the apple cider from the house and bring like 2 little fake cheap plastic glasses that look like glasses, but they're plastic, and bring some cheese and bring a nice little blanket, one for us to sit on the beach or in the park, wherever it was. Actually, I went to the beach often. And then I would bring a blanket for us to wrap around, and literally, you know, I would literally just sit there and just watch the sunset, watch the sunrise, and just stargaze. And at the beach in California, man, this is something here that I really love is sometimes they had the fire pits, right? So I'll go out there and literally everything was at the house already. We had like gas we could put on the wood, light it up with a little thing, put the fire up there, watch the sunset, and just talk about life. And I think, you know, one of the things I just recently came out with is a free ebook, and I'm gonna drop that below. If you text relationships to 615-930-3431, I'm gonna text you my free ebook, and it's called The Guide to Asking the Hard Questions While Dating. And some of the hardest questions, if they are presented at the right time and a safe place and a comfortable place, man, you can talk so much. Can you think about having a conversation about life goals and life dreams and what's your thoughts around money and what's your thoughts around debt? Or what's your thoughts? What's the vision for your life? Where are you going? Some of the hard conversations in front of a fire pit or in front of a nice, beautiful sunset, like it just sets the atmosphere for both parties to be comfortable, and it sets the atmosphere to where y'all want to talk. Like you want to spend this time to get closer to each other, to get to know each other. I think some of the first dates should be something like that. Yo, let's go out there and sit at the beach and just talk about life. I remember doing that, I want to say last year sometime. And we just sat out the beach. We just talked. And I'm telling you, it was amazing. And honestly, can I be honest with you? When we were talking, we realized we really weren't for each other. And it saved us time. I didn't have to spend a dime on it. But because we went to the beach, we were talking, and we're good friends today, but we just realized where I'm going in life, she doesn't really feel comfortable, you know, with dating an influencer. And she was like, I'm not comfortable with that. I didn't know your life involves that much. Thank you so much for telling me this now, Anthony. And I was like, yeah, you're good. And it cost me a dime. Watch the sunset, stargaze, watch the sunrise. Here's number 3. This for y'all deep people. Y'all gonna laugh when I say this one. Go to church. Yo, so for some of y'all saved people, listen, go to church. Go to the singles conference. Go to that Kirk Franklin concert. Go to church. If you both are Christians, visit each other's church or a church you're both interested in. Listen, one of the dopest church for this millennial generation is, you got like 2 pastors, like Mike Todd. Maybe go to one of his conferences, the Transformation Church, or come out to my church, Union Church. I got the dopest pastor in the land, in my personal opinion, Pastor Stephen and Pastor Chandler. Man, listen, a lot of young people go to these churches. And I'm telling you, it's honestly a dope date idea. Because, like for an example, this month, my pastor's in this whole relationship series. That is actually a dope idea. Go to church because he's talking about relationships, right? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna link my church below because you need to check out the series he's teaching on this month. Phenomenal series. His relationship series is going to convict you, it's going to challenge you, it's going to grow you, and it's going to set you up to be the best man or woman you want to be for a husband and wife. And I'm growing during this series. A little plug for my church at Union Church. But you know, why not? Come get a word together, and then after that, maybe go to brunch on Sunday, right? And at brunch, you're talking about what did you learn at church? You're talking about what convicted you. How did you grow? How did you evolve? How are you going to apply today's word into this week, into your life? In one way, it's not sexy. Let's be real. But in another way, mentally, spiritually, that's sexy. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, yeah. It's not like, ooh. Well, it could be for some of y'all. It could be, because sometimes seeing a woman at church worship and praise the Lord and pray and go in, I'll be like, ooh, girl, don't do that. Don't do that. Because I'm telling you, there's nothing sexier than a woman of God who genuinely and authentically loves Jesus Christ. And she can still be relevant and have a good time as far as in, you know, still be human and laugh, right? And so I think that's a great date, you know, depending on the religion that you're in. If you're a Christian, if both of you are Christian, going to a church, if you're not comfortable going to the physical building because of COVID, maybe y'all getting up together on Sunday and y'all stream the same service and y'all just talk about it. Because I promise you, for an example, when y'all check out my pastor's sermons this month, oh yeah, you and your girlfriends, you and your boyfriend, you and your people are going to be talking like, ooh, Pastor Steven said this, ooh, Pastor Zai said this, ooh, what you think? It creates a good conversation. So that's number 3. Number 4, free museum days. I just moved to the to the DMV area, so DC, Maryland, Virginia area, right? And there's so many museums out here that are just free. And I'm growing, right? I'm really starting to get into art. So I'm buying some art for my new home here. And so I've been going to check out these free art galleries, you know, and I'm like, yo, and check this out. Can I keep it a buck with you? Come in closer, come in closer. There are some beautiful people at art galleries. My Lord. And I love ladies, but ladies, let me tell you right now, there are some educated and solid brothers. I ain't gonna talk about their looks. But there are some beautiful people at museums and art galleries. I went to one by myself here recently, and yo, I'm sitting in there and I'm watching couples literally sit down like on the bench and wanting this one art, and they're literally like just holding each other and talking about what the art means and what it stands for, and the history behind this painter and where they came from and where they got this idea from. And I mean, I know, watch this, I'm a Christian. I love God, but they were making love to each other mentally. And I'm sitting there like, I want that. And it didn't cost them a dime. Okay? All you gotta do is schedule your date for one of these weekends and go check out some art. Go to the museum. It's gonna cost you some gas money, but when you get there, wow. Here's what I love about these free days. These free days, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm keeping it real this year. These days are not about what's standing out from us when it comes to like the physical looks. It's forcing us to have conversation. It's forcing us to put us in positions to where we have to talk with each other, to learn our personalities, to learn how they think, how they process things, and how they see things. It forces us to really see, can we communicate with each other and enjoy the communication? So many people laugh at me talking about, oh man, Anthony don't want to spend no money on the first date. It's not that I don't want to spend money. It's that I want to get to know you. I value my time more than I value my money. And so if I give you my time, that's more valuable to me than giving you $500. because I want to make sure that I'm not wasting my time. Because the more time I spend with someone who's not worth my time, that's more time I could be using to make more money, to build wealth, to help you all get out of debt, to make more content, to serve the people. Free. Get creative. Get creative. Now, I'm gonna give you some 20 date ideas. Ooh, this gonna probably be one of my favorite shows, y'all. This right here, fire, boy. This right here, fire, boy. If you have a little bit more money to spend on the date, here are some ideas for $20. But y'all gonna be laughing at me, boy. Y'all gonna be laughing at me. And let me say this right now: $20, a free or free. You can make free 20, 30, 40, 50, $100 feel like 500. It's all about the effort and the intentionality behind what you're doing, okay? I say this, and ladies be slamming me when I say this. Oh, they be going in when I say this. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you. A coffee in the walk park date, what? Yes, yes. Man, find a unique coffee shop in the city. I'm not talking about go to Starbucks. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about find something that is local, that is maybe minority owned, that has history or culture behind it. Find a coffee shop that is, you only can experience this particular coffee experience in this particular city because it's minority owned, or because it's family owned, or because it's culture owned, or it's because it's community owned, right? And get that, and maybe go walk in a local park that has history with that park. Maybe that has scenery with the park. Again, for me, you'll learn something with me. It's all about mind. Because can I be real with you? When I was going on dates, it was all about body. Let me be real with you. Now that I've grown, and now that I've matured, and now that I have evolved, I want to see what's in her mind. And I want her to see what's in my mind. And so everyone drinks coffee. For the most part, I don't drink coffee, but I can go to a coffee shop, maybe get a nice little tea or something like that, or a nice little energy drink, you know. When I go to Starbucks, right, the only thing I get from Starbucks is their medicine ball. That's it. When it's cold, I'll get their apple. They got like apple drink. It's like a tea with apple juice in it and whipped cream. It's real good for my throat. But I don't do coffee, so I can get something from Starbucks, right? So at every coffee shop, I can get something. But for me, when I go to the coffee shop, it really is about the experience of, and just saying, you know, I tried that coffee shop out. I remember a while back, I was speaking somewhere, and it was like, oh, you got to go to this coffee shop. It's dope because they do poetry nights there. They do spoken word night there. They do karaoke there. And I was like, really? He was like, yeah. I was like, man, what kind of coffee shop is that? So it was locally ran by 2 college students that went to school in this community and said, yo, they didn't want to do Starbucks. So they came out, created their own coffee for young people, and said, yo, let's make this like a chill spot. Man, yo, I went to that thing. Maybe you find a good coffee spot that's local that has something like that. And y'all go there, get some good coffee, get that energy. Y'all go up there and do some karaoke together. Have fun. Stretch your mind. All right? Here's number 2. I add this one in there because I think this is more for the ladies than it is for the men. But I've come to learn that I actually like this myself, right? And I'm going to be real. I'm giving y'all different ideas that are stretching you, that are weird. But I believe every woman with the correct thought and intentionality behind it will love it. Number 2, uploading the 20 date idea. Fruit or flower picking. Find a beautiful, local farm area that's open to the public, and you can go out there and pick. You're going to have to spend some money because they may weigh what you're coming out with, right? But it's like, wow, think about just walking around and you're just like, you're seeing all this fruit and all these beautiful roses or all these beautiful flowers. And it's a unique way to spend time together. Plus, you get to take them home with you, okay? It's a kind of date, really, that she will not forget. Because instead of you bringing flowers to her, you took her to the flower shop. And you said, babe, what do you want? Anything you want, I got you. I got $20, it's yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, while y'all walking, while you're talking, I mean, can you just think of you can make it fun. I've done it a couple of times, and I'm not gonna lie. Like, I actually do like it because I actually get kind of unique with it. I don't tell her where we're going. I tell her, hey, put on some tennis shoes that you don't mind getting dirty. No, we're not going on a hike. And we're going to talk about that later. But we are going somewhere that, it is going to require us to walk in maybe like some dirt or something like that. But I'm telling you right now, you're going to love it. And just pull up. What are we doing? We're about to go pick some flowers. I want to give you some flowers today, but I want you to choose them for the first time. And man, just go out there and just, let her, I want that one. Okay, cool. You pick it out. You cut the thorns off, trim the bottom, and you just pick them all up. And let her pick out all the flowers and let her pick out some fruit. And watch this, eat the fruit while you're walking around. Just remember, you got to pay for the fruit. Okay? I don't want to get you in no trouble. And, and when you get home, don't let her touch the flowers. You wrap it up. And when you get home or when she gets home and you dropping her off, give her the flowers like you're just now meeting her for the first time. It's sweet. Some may say it's corny, but to me it's unique. It's different. And it's an experience that she will not forget. That you actually put thought and effort into something as simple as that and making her smile. And make sure you know her color so that way you can find flowers around her color.